Host Eric here, asking today the important question: what makes you happy? Now, wannabe guru type people will tell you nothing makes you happy. Happiness comes from within. But that's just because they're full of shit. I mean, it's true. I think that in an environment optimized for their nature, that everyone would be happy without anything else besides the fact that the circumstances are optimized for their nature, but that's a lot, right? I had to come out here to get this drink. Now I've gotten it, so everything's gonna be just fine from now on. I went to the hardware store this morning, and went there to get a cat door. It finally occurred to me some 7 months after we moved in that, boy, wouldn't it be a lot more convenient if this door right here, as well as just the inside door, had a cat door on it, then I wouldn't have to leave this door propped open all the time. So I went to the store. I went to the hardware store, which is like the most fun store you can go to. It's the single most fun store to go to. The only possible exception would be a music store might be fun to go to as well, but I actually prefer the hardware store, I think. The hardware store is great. They got everything you could possibly want there. I got all these interesting tools. I looked at possible weather stripping solutions to repair my existing shitty, tore up weather stripping that the dumb cats tore up because I was too dumb to open the side door for such a long time. Once again, it takes me a long time to go, doy, why don't I do this, you know? So I couldn't find a cat door as small as this one. This is the smallest cat door they get, I guess. But I got the smallest dog door that they had, which is the same width, it's just a little taller. I'm hopeful no wild critters will get in. But regardless, I'll be a lot happier with being able to close this side door here rather than leaving it open all the time. So, I am not currently on any kind of amphetamines. But despite that reality, yesterday, we got some things done, you know? We went out and we had a delicious dinner in town, which was nice. We haven't done in a while. And we got the printer out. We ordered ink for the printer so we can print things with the printer again. So we need to print a couple of things. Rachel needs to get some blood tests. You used to crawl through your dog door as a kid. Well, you had a bigger dog door than this one. This one's only 4 inches by 7.5 inches. And I'm sorry, it's 8 inches by 7.5 inches by 3 inches deep, which is pretty small. 8 inches by 7.5 inches by 3 inches deep. This one is a foot tall. So this one You would have to be a pretty small child. Maybe when you're a baby, I guess. I see newborn Reuben crawling through the cat door. 3 inches deep, huh? Well, you went through a real growth spurt. I got some of these at the hardware store too. That's right, cut off disc so I can cut into the door with my angle grinder. So at some point here this morning, I'm going to do that. I'm going to share this activity with you, the live stream audience, as a way of motivating myself to do it. But not right this second. I'm still settling in. Now, I'll tell you what, let's go get the bong. There's no reason not to have the bong out here. It's just being silly. To have the bong someplace other than where you are is
I'm so sorry. That stinks. Oh my gosh, that sounds like me. I still do. I used to lose my purse all the time. I would put it down. We would go somewhere to eat or something, and I'd be chatting with my friends, and I would totally forget
It
about
sounds like Rachel's talking to Trisha, her dad's girlfriend. I'm assuming because she was talking to her dad a second ago, so I figure whatever lady she's talking to now is most likely to be Trisha. But that's just a guess, you know. It could be some other lady. Anyhow, good. Back down to 2 people. That's the right amount of people. Otherwise, I start feeling all crowded. Like, hey, stop pushing up against me so much. Anyhow, you know, the truth hurts. I was thinking about that expression. The thing is, if you know and accept the truth and it hurts, then nobody needs to tell you that, right? Like, I've got plenty of truths that hurt me that I don't need people rubbing in my face, you know, like, I definitely could have been a better son at the end of my dad's life, and you know, it's a truth I accept and come to terms with. I don't need people rubbing it in my face, you know. Creating a better tomorrow most likely makes you happy. You'll find out tomorrow. On the other hand, if you haven't accepted and come to terms with the truth, then it's probably a truth you do need to hear. It's still gonna hurt, right? I mean, ultimately, it's gonna hurt more. So, I was reflecting on this in terms of those who would attack me for quote unquote causing pain with the truths that I say to people who don't want to accept those truths about their identity, you know. The problem is twofold then. It's like there's a either unwillingness, failure, or inability to differentiate between truths you know already and therefore don't need to be told again. And if you are, it just comprises kind of pointlessly hurting somebody. Versus truths you haven't acknowledged that hurt, those are the ones you need to hear, you know. So there's that. And then additionally there's a confusion between, you know, my truth, as they say, and the truth. So it could very well be your truth that you're a reptile, not a mammal. But the truth is that you are a mammal, not a reptile. So typology is very much like that. Yeah, we can change the definitions of words willingly as we want to for the sake of argumentation. For the sake of this argument, we could define human reptiles and reptiles as humans, make them just synonyms, and then fine. Now we've done that for some purpose, but the point is that's that's not how it's actually defined, and it does demarcate a real difference. You know, reptiles have genuine differences from mammals. Well, what makes one happy? That's a very interesting question, right? What makes a person happy? What makes you happy? What makes me happy are very small things. Made me happy driving into town. When I got to the highway, I saw this little teeny sign that somebody put up, like the sort of sign you put up for a yard sale. It said, Mariposa Community Radio 98.5. So I tuned into that, and I heard a couple of songs going into town that I'd never heard before, that I didn't really like very much, you know. One of them was like some it kind of reminded me of the rhythmic quality of Thompson the Headless Gunner by Warren Zevon. But it was about like the white man and Indians. It was some kind of like country lament about the lost lands of the red man or something like that. And then when I got back out of the hardware store and I got into the car and I put it on, there was some horrible, like, go on forever soul song that I'd never heard before. And then what sounded very much like a Madonna song, but a song again that I'd never heard before. And then what had to be a Billy Joel song, but again, a Billy Joel song I had never heard before. So it made me happy to listen to this weird Mariposa community radio and recognize the fact that I don't like any of these songs, but I don't care. I like the fact that I'm listening to this ridiculous little radio station that's playing, what in the world are they playing? You know, like they're just playing whatever the guy feels like playing. And it could have, I don't know who the first couple of songs I heard were by, nor the soul song, but let's pretend they're all famous artists. The theme of this show could be terrible songs by famous artists. Or, you know, B-sides or whatever, if you wanted to be nice about it. But that made me happy. It makes me happy to know that there's this weird community radio station here in Mariposa. It makes me happy to know that, you know, when I go to the hardware store next time, I'm going to purchase a license plate thing that goes around my license plate. Because I saw it today. I was enamored by it immediately. but I didn't get it. It says happiness is Mariposa. And, you know, what makes me happy? Mariposa. Also, like, watching a good anime, what I want to watch when it comes out. This morning, Jobless Reincarnation came out. I watched it. It was fantastic as always. Even when it's slow, it's fantastic. It's just so good. Not enough people know or appreciate the glory of Jobless Reincarnation. Season 2. Season 1 was fantastic too. Don't get me wrong. Season 1 was great. But it's like, you know, I've never seen anime where the character, the protagonist grows so much. It's such a sophisticated piece of narrative making. It's really impressive. I'm really enamored of it. Enamored of, Eric? That's the fancier way to do it. Enamored by is less fancy. You know, I'm not into the less fancy ways. Another thing that can make me happy, sort of sometimes, or satisfied, depending on how you want to put it, is doing tasks, getting shit accomplished that I have on a list I have to get done. That can make me feel a little satisfied. This is how you know a person drinks beer from bottles. If their lighter looks like this, they open beer bottles with their lighter. I do. Of course, the beer bottles I open aren't filled with real beer. They're filled with non-alcoholic beer. Nevertheless, they like to act like real beer. And be in non-twist-off bottles. If you want to be a fancy beer, you can't be in a twist-off bottle. You gotta make it exceedingly difficult to get into your beverage. Only then can you qualify as a fully fancy beer. I think about Grolsch. Now there's a beer that's difficult to get into. Why? Because it's so fancy. I think that's the simplest answer is the best answer in this case. So, the truth will set you free. What about that idea? Does the truth really set you free? Well, yeah. If you consider living some kind of a lie to be a prison, then sure, the truth would set you free. But the thing is, for a lot of people, they like their prison of wrongness for one of a variety of possible reasons, you know, or one or more of a variety of possible reasons. If they've constructed their own prison of wrongness, then maybe just, you know, attached to their handiwork. I put so much time and energy into making this wrongness. How can you tell me it's a prison? That hurts. Yeah, well, pain's part of life. Better get used to it. Ain't no free lunches, etc. I'm not sure what I think of that kind of tough guy shenanigans. Yeah. Like, suck it up, buttercup. Um, why are you telling me what to do and I'm not a buttercup? You have to accept the pain to leave the prison of delusion. Well, that's true, but there's pain associated with being inside the prison of delusion as well. So, like, Melissa talks is somebody who, from what I can tell, is on a regular basis feeling pain associated with people calling her typing a question. Um, there would be pain associated with leaving the house she built, but trying to defend a shaddily built house from even mediocre forces is tough sledding. You'll incur some psyche casualties. It'll cause you some pain. You might even try to centralize that pain into a blame nexus, like Eric, he represents all of this pain I feel defending this indefensible house. And then for the enthusiastic but not particularly bright white knight in waiting, it's like, aha, the deliverer of pain. Jeremiah Fix, I don't know what type you are. You're an odd one, that's for sure. You've identified as multiple different types. Who knows what you are? What do I look like? Some kind of typology guy? I already told everybody, I can't type anybody by chat. And hierophantic justice. Hierophantic justice is like by the book, right? I'm not sure how I feel about playing by the book. I got mixed feelings about it, I love legitimacy tests, but I hate being bound by rules. What have you got for me to rebel against? Against what have you for me to rebel? Have you what against what? Against what that you have? How do you put that with the preposition first? I can reason them all. Book of life. Reason them all in the book of life. Look at this book. It's all full of life. And I can make reasons about everything. Well, good for you. You should write a book then, called Jeremiah Fixes Everything. Oh yeah, I wrote your title for you. Jeremiah Fixes Everything. Well, that's a good observation, the man with the great machete. Are you talking about me? I have a great machete. It makes me wonder if you're talking about me. What way of being does one want to depart from? Well, let's say you're Melissa Talks. She's a good example here because she seems like genuinely confused, um, like deeply hurt by what she sees as attacks on her identity. I removed a few of his comments in a row. The last one was a rather long one, and maybe he got frustrated by that and just took off or something. I just decided like there's no reason to empower him in seeding confusion, dissent, and disinformation. Anyway, um, like Melissa Talks seems kind of blameless. Like she did not have any idea she was not an ENTP when she started this channel, right? That she started, if it's even still up, right? And she had a fundamentally particularist understanding of what type was anyway. Like, um, she she probably understood it first in terms of these adjectives that she self-identified as, and she saw anybody challenging her self-identification as ENTP as challenging her creativity, intelligence, yeah. Right, or right. Well, if she were an NT type, it the whole scenario gets all turned around, right? If she were an NTP, then I wouldn't have had any questions about her, I'm sure, right? And the thing is, but I mean, the reason I think she's a good example is because I think she genuinely like doesn't get it quite, and doesn't, and her emotion, I'm increasingly convinced is probably FI tool is so poorly equipped to deal with these questions because it just tells her what she wants, and what she wants is being attacked from two directions. So it's being attacked from the sense that people are challenging her type, and then it's being attacked in the sense that's preventing her from behaving accordingly and having a channel about being an ENTP. So she feels like she's being attacked in her project and in her identity. Of course, she's not being attacked at all, necessarily. I mean, some people may be attacking her, but she's being informed of a truth that hurts a lot because it hits her both in terms of her project and her identity. And, you know, you get somebody who wants to play white knight, they see a patient on a table writhing in pain and assume the doctor's responsible for their suffering. So, in that regard, the whole thing kind of makes sense, I guess. So, am I gonna actually do this door thing right now? I don't really feel like it. Sounds noisy. It's gonna require measuring. Maybe if I had Rachel here with me to provide moral support. But she's on the phone right now. I may have to wait a little while. Oh, I gotta show you guys this cool You put curtains up in, thanks, Lake Superior Night Sky Looking Vision, whatever your name is. This is kind of a cool looking spot where you put these curtains up in here. Okay. Well, it's even better at night when you can't see anything through the curtains. But tonight, we explore the mysteries of the darker side of the unknown. Doesn't that seem like a good lighting or whatever? I could lean back and be like this. You have people here, and I'd say, "Gentlemen, please." Or somebody could be sitting here, and I could be on this side of the table and go, "There's stuff you're not telling me still." Like that. Pretty fun, huh?
I know you're hiding something.
Yeah. I know you're hiding something. This is the interrogation table. Yeah, it's even better at night when you can't see anything through the curtains. Meow. 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 You're full of meows. Meow. Daddy knows. Daddy knows and Daddy loves. Meow. Do you want me to watch you eat? Okay, let's go eat. Come on. Want me to watch you? Okay. Here we go. Time to watch you eat. There. Oh yes. You are eating with the grace of a world champion eater who's winning the world championship in graceful eating. That's how impressed we all are by your food consumption abilities. I thought I know how to eat, and then I saw you eat, and I said, I've got a lot to learn. Yes, I did. I did say that. I said, boy, I have a lot to learn about eating from Trouble. Because Trouble is a very good eater. Yes, he is a very good eater. Trouble is a very good eater. Yes, he is a very good eater. That's the song they used to sing to me in preschool. So they'd say things like, Eric is a very good wrestler. Yes, Trouble is a very communicative gentleman. He meows all the time. You're a big meower. Oh yeah. And Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. It's weird because, he used to be a super persnickety cat. If you went about touching him the wrong moment, the wrong way, you would get scratched to shit. I would never imagine that he wants you to pet him while he's eating, but he seems to like it. Oh yes. You're a good cat. You're a big ball of loving time supreme. this morning he was sleeping with me in the bed downstairs. And after I was up for a little bit, I decided to go to sleep with Rachel upstairs. And I went up there and closed the door, and sure enough, like 5 minutes later, meow, he had gotten up to follow me upstairs. He wanted to sleep with us upstairs. So we said, okay. The bed upstairs is bigger, it seems like. Purportedly, they're both queens, but I don't know about that. The upstairs bed certainly seems bigger to me. Feels like we have more room when it's me and Treble and Rachel than we do in Bread. I like Bread, but you know, the upstairs bed is kind of shocking me with its awesomeness. Hey, Green.
Hey, Blue.
You're looking very fancy.
Thanks.
I like it.
Thanks. I'm glad you do.
It's also perfect for St. Patrick's Day.
True that.
Let's look at the chat on the interwebs here via La Computadora. We'll mute that. Here we go. What does thank you 39 on my shirt mean? What it means is it's from an anime I watched called Blue Exorcist. The character had this shirt on in the ship. And the thing is, this 39, it looks, or it is, actually the Japanese characters for the word thank you. So, I don't know if it's the Japanese characters for the English word thank you, or the Japanese characters for arigato, but that's what this shirt means. But I didn't know what it meant.
I think it's thank you sounds like 39.
Oh. You mean the Japanese word for 39 sounds like
Thank you.
Sounds like the word thank you?
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So, there. That explains it correctly. But I didn't know what it meant when I bought the shirt initially. I just knew I liked the shirt and I wanted to get it. And then I lost it. And Rachel got me a replacement.
Had you. Meow, meow. I was so full of meows.
What makes you happy? Dopamine. That's a good answer.
Yeah, that is a good answer.
But see, here's the thing. That's part of the reason why I asked this question in the first place. Is like, I feel as though I've been more authentically happy the last couple of days than I have in a while. And what's the main reason? Well, because there's not been any amphetamines in the mix for a while. I've had enough sleep and all that stuff. So it really makes me wonder if regular. Well, you gotta manage it, of course. You know, if you manage it all right, then it's fine. But I don't know. It seems like it's a lot of meh for a little bit of hooray. Whereas if I'm just normal, like right now, I may be feeling kind of lazy. Like I plan to install that cat door at some point today, but I'm probably not going to do it right this second. I may take another nap before I actually get anything accomplished. But in some way I get more accomplished when I'm not on amphetamines. At least I already went to the store and got the cat door and everything. What's a mistake you find yourself making over and over again? Trying to avoid living my life. That's the mistake it's just implicit to my nature somehow. I try to avoid living my life over and over again. It never works. Like right now, I'm living my life. I've got to go do that cat door thing. I've got a couple other things on the agenda, stuff we got to do. We're going to get our phone shit taken care of in the next couple of days. Right now, I'm living my life. I'm not avoiding it. Normally, a lot of times, once I've lived my life for a little while and gotten a little bit ahead of shit, gotten some shit taken care of, then I start avoiding my life again. And I go into, I don't want to pay attention to anything except binging on this anime and or like eating a bunch of candy or smoking as many bong rips as I possibly can or getting super thwacked out. You know?
I knew you wanted to go outside.
So Lake Superior, sky watcher, and nature lover, loving nature today. Yeah, you're loving nature today. Is that the theme song for your YouTube channel? You have 1,000 videos. Lake Superior, sky watcher, and nature lover is loving nature today. That's your new theme song for your channel. I'll sing it again for you. Lake Superior, sky watcher, and nature lover is loving nature today. Yeah. Am I subscribed to you? No, I'm not the right person. Let me be the right person first. I'm the wrong me. You don't want Eric to subscribe to you. You want Talking with Famous People to subscribe to you. Eric's just chopped liver, as Eminem said. He said Marshall's just chopped liver, of course, but you get the analogy there. Hopefully you get the analogy. So, well, now it's more than just a personal journey on your phone. Lake Superior, Sky Watcher, and Nature Lover, because now you have an authentic theme song. Lake Superior, Sky Watcher, and Nature Lover is living nature today. That's your theme song now.
It's a great theme song.
Yeah. We just gotta sing it a few more times so it gets stuck in everybody's head. Lake Superior, Sky Watcher, and Nature Lover is loving nature today. Now you're gonna find yourself singing that song as you go around. Thank you. Thank you, Lake Superior.
Thank you, Lake Superior.
Lake Superior, Sky Watcher, and Nature Lover is loving nature today. Oh, that's funny. That's a good theme song for you. You should sing that at the beginning of every one of your videos. then people will know. Like I have a theme song. But nobody probably really knows it because I don't use it very often. It goes, "Doo, doo, doo, talking, talking with famous people." That's my theme song.
I like your theme song.
Oh no, I left the weed in the garage.
Oh no!
What a horrible failure on my part. Rachel's gonna teach you how to put on makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a makeup tutorial. We don't do a lot of those on Talking with Famous People.
No.
Well, we are now. I'm gonna turn on this light so you can see better.
Thanks. So right now I'm putting on tinted moisturizers. You can see I put it on this side. Now I'm going on this side. It's much more matte on this side. This has like a glow to it, so it's a little dewy. This is also SPF 40, which is good. It's Super Goop is the name of the brand, and like they make really good sunscreen.
Alright, as you can see, Rachel's face has gone from blah to amazing.
Thank y'all.
All thanks to the beautiful makeup she's putting on. I'm just kidding, my darling. Your face was never blah to begin with.
Oh, thank you. That makes me.
The only difference is now you look a little more shiny.
This does. This stuff has like. I really rarely ever use it because it has like illuminating things. I am much more dewy.
Can you prevent the wrinkles that will be in my forehead? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to just demonstrate something here.
Yeah, go for it.
I spent years of spending hours a day applying anti-wrinkle serum to my forehead, and look at it.
How expressive.
Do you think it worked? No. Obviously, I was using the wrong anti-wrinkle serum. So I would not recommend using Olga's anti-wrinkle serum, which is their anti-wrinkle serum I was using.
What is it called?
Olga's anti-wrinkle serum.
Olga's anti-wrinkle serum.
Yeah.
Oh, are you sure it wasn't one of those, like, what do they call it? Those people who had, in the 1900s, like, used to go around with fake, like, potions for people to...
Well, this one was made in North Korea.
Oh.
So...
I have some... North Korea?
Yeah, North Korea.
I'm like, oh, I have some stuff from South Korea. So, North Korea, huh? That's pretty,
I figured North Korea, they gotta know what they're doing. But apparently not in the anti-wrinkle serum department.
Yeah, like Jeremiah. Yeah, snake oil salesman. That's what I meant.
You get your eyelid scissors from South Korea. Tisk, tisk, tisk. No eyelid plastic surgery jokes are allowed without some sort of concession to South Korea. Like, but kimchi's actually pretty good. Just to balance things out. Kimchi's not really pretty good. It's actually pretty gross.
Yeah, it is actually pretty gross.
It's like, yeah, this is pretty gross and I can eat it. Okay. What are we really accomplishing here? Kimchi does sound gross. I agree. It's a gross sounding name. It sounds like the word for like eye gunk. Kimchi. I got some kimchi in my eye. The other thing that makes me happy is periodically checking in here with the live stream. Should probably check in a little more frequently for less long, you know. I feel like it's important to my overall socialization side that I engage with randos, as as they might say, in Only Murders in the Building. But you guys aren't randos. I know you in some ways better than I know most people in my life. I spend more time chatting with Fly Guy and Jeremiah Fix than I do any of my real life friends. Ooh, I've been wanting to use some of these for a long time.
Oh, good.
They're right here in front of me now. See? I'm like lazy, 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 lazy Jane. As per the Shel Silverstein poem. She wanted a drink of water, so she waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for it to rain. Well, I wanted toenail clippers to clip this horrible toenail of mine, which you can see right here, sort of. Maybe if I move it back a little bit. This horrible toenail is horrible, and I don't like it at all. So I try to get it away with this. I just wish I had no toenail on this toe at all. I'd be fine with that. They should issue what's it called? A recall on my pinky toenails.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same way. I can never get it down to the size that I want, ever. Because it's so stubborn.
It's just this little piece of like hard shit that's so small. Why do you even have a nail there? You're welcome, Lake Superior. Have a nice day. You go enjoy nature and watch some sky. I'm sorry, love nature and watch some sky. Okay, while I'm here, I can get this big toenail too.
Why not?
Might as well. That's a pretty big piece of toenail there, see? It's just in one chop. Then you explain to your friends why you're watching somebody clip their toenails. What are you doing, Jeremiah Fix? Yeah, I'm watching an old man clip his toenails. That's a strange response to have to give to somebody. Well, you're done watching me clip my toenails now. Because that's about as much work I want to put into that doll activity. It's not that exciting. Because an ESFJ liked it. Yeah, but that doesn't count for perpetuity. Everybody loves perpetuity. Here's what you do get, money. Get butler problem fixed. Here's what you do, colon, get money, comma, get butler, hyphen, problem fixed. Is that, do you think we need a butler? I'm pretty sure we would not want to have a butler. Like, I don't think Rachel and I really want a third person around most of the time.
Most of the time, no. Like when we plan it, right? Like then it's a different story. But it's not like we're like we go out and about like we're like, oh yeah, new person, come to our house, like hang out with us.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're SX.
Yeah.
We like to hang out with each other.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes it's nice to hang out alone.
Sure.
Yeah, I had a nice time at the hardware store.
That's nice.
Hardware store has got to be the most interesting store you could possibly go to. It's more interesting than even the music store. The music store is fine, but the hardware store, they've got so many things in there. Like, I looked at possible weather stripping solutions to repair our weather stripping while I was there.
Oh, cool.
I didn't find anything that looked really like what we have, or so I held off on getting anything. But I looked into it, I looked into this weather stripping question. You might have asked me anytime as long as 1 year ago or longer, hey Eric, will you ever care about weather stripping? And I would have told you, absolutely not. There is zero chance I will ever care about weather stripping. And yet, here I find myself musing about how to repair the weather stripping that our cats damaged.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do what I need to do. I'm going to do today. I didn't do it, 7 months ago.
And weather stripping, they say, is like pretty important because it saves so much on energy.
Right. Well, we've got good weather stripping too, everywhere.
Yeah,
Windows, everything. It's all super well weather stripped. But now we've got this part that needs repairing.
Yeah, we do.
Part of me wants to go, maybe I should get some of that like liquid rubber stuff and just kind of spray it there. And that look all gross and sloppy. I want to do it right, but I don't really want to hire somebody. I'm not sure how to do it. I thought when I was looking at it in the store, my thought was, you need to go watch some YouTube videos about it. So I think I'll do that before I try to figure out what else to do with it.
Oh my gosh, last night I was hit by such an emotional, YouTube is like a fantastic place. So, a video was suggested to me that said, decluttering my best friend's closet. And I'm always like into that sort of thing because it helps me be like, oh, that's an old thing that I could get rid of or whatever. Like, I like to see what's in people's closets too. While the girl is looking into the camera, I noticed that her eyes moving a little bit like in a different way. And I'm like, oh, whatever, like lazy eye or something. She gets into the conversation. She's like, as a blind person, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I felt so bad for like being a little judgmental. I was like, oh my God, what an idiot. I feel like such a fool. I just started crying. Like, I couldn't help it. Like,
You know what she couldn't help either? She's blind.
hi, Open.
She's just like me
yeah.
because I'm blind.
Yes, you are.
Well, should I say I'm sorry you felt all that emotion, or I'm glad you felt all that emotion?
No, it wasn't great that I felt all that emotion. I wasn't ready for it. However, it did make me she had another video of hers that was suggested to me. It was like, 5 things that you should do if you encounter a blind person, and I listened to that. It was very informative, and I was very like, I appreciate those kind of things because I do have FE tool.
Was
and
one of them let them smell your hand?
that's what Open does with us.
Let me smell your hand. I'm blind.
Yeah, you think that Open would be a little bit more like with the times, but he seems to like things the old way.
Let's see. Can I use this to see if I have any hairs to pull out here?
Oh.
I don't think it's very easy to see because it doesn't. I need to, maybe if I meow it in. There. Okay. Now. This is a real up close and personal experience with Eric's nose. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Squeeze out all those gross worms. Mmm. That's a sensual experience, isn't it? You're getting deep inside of Eric's nose. We're going deep. Oh, yeah. Does that satisfy your urge to see my nose up close? Normally, I'd only put something like this up on OnlyFans. But I'm giving you a special treat today. I don't have an OnlyFans.
No. And you don't participate in OnlyFans, right?
No.
Okay.
I've never been to OnlyFans. I don't have any interest in going to OnlyFans. I'm neither an Only nor a fan of OnlyFans.
Some people go in deep with that stuff. But that's I guess that's with anything.
That's not an area of vice for me. Well, I clearly need to get the trimmer app and reduce, reuse, and recycle my hair. Well, just reduce it.
I was gonna say, how would you like to reuse it?
I'm just gonna throw it in the trash.
Does the thing get reused?
I don't know. But it renews itself later on.
Oh, it's true, it does renew itself.
It's a renewable resource. There's a lot of that. A lot of human hair. They should burn it to make energy.
I would.
It'd be the stinkiest power plant ever.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, how come no one's done that on Naked and Afraid? But it probably is like the worst.
People have used their hair to start fires, but it's not an especially effective tinder. Yeah, this would probably be pretty good tender right here.
That would be.
This beard hair.
It looks exactly like Tinder.
Yeah, because this is more like wispy or something. This is pretty wispy too. Pubes make the best kindling. Well, beard hairs are kind of like pubes. They just have less sheen. That's why people use beard oil. I don't use it, but beard oil causes your beard to have the same amount of sheen as your pubes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, anyway. What makes you happy, Rubinar? Do you enjoy playing in puddles in the rain?
I used to like to do that.
I used to like to do that too when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I like being in the rain somewhat, even now.
I love that. I think that's so great.
Rain makes me happy still.
That's good. It makes me happy now. For a while, like, it's always made me sleepy too.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah.
What makes you happy, Jeremiah Fix? Looking at pictures of exotic locations, such as Malaysia or Siberia.
Just don't get on Malaysian Airlines.
Right. Happy makes you happy? That's not a very good answer. You're saying if you're naturally happy, then you're happy. Do you think that in the absence of anything to make a person unhappy, they're naturally going to be happy?
Wait, what was the question?
In the absence of anything that makes a person unhappy, are they naturally going to be happy?
Does the absence of things that
make people unhappy
automatically mean that they're happy? I guess that could be something that would make people happy.
I mean,
but not.
The question really says, are you by default happy, but made unhappy by bad things happening to you? Or are you by default neutral and is it more that you make your own happiness regardless of your situation?
It's a tough question.
That is a tough question, isn't it? Making others laugh, empowering others. I like making others laugh. I like that one a lot. That makes me happy.
Make me laugh. That makes me happy.
Yeah. When I see Rachel smile at me in certain ways, it makes me very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Or it makes me feel this feeling. A song that hits on it and I love it. But still goosebumps. Yeah. Oh, Shizzo. My Nizzo. Eric, do you believe that Robert Greene, the Laws of Power writer, is an INFP? I don't know what type he is. I think his laws of power are dumb, but they're kind of like a thing like taxonomy in business logic or something, but you can't taxonomy that because it's just kind of dumb and such.
You know what makes me happy? When I hear you singing randomly. I love that. I'm like, oh, he's in a good mood. You're mostly in a good mood, but
Yeah, but not always. The thing is, when I'm not in a good mood, it's probably has to do with sleepy week stuff, you know? Almost always, it seems to. This would make me question the wisdom of my ways, but I don't have any real plans to, say, change my ways in any productive fashion. So.
like, why would it really is still sleepy week? But really, you need like sleepy 2 weeks or something.
Right.
Because you.
You know, I'm up 2 weeks, I need to be down 2 weeks.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
They used to call me when I was a kid, in my late teens, early 20s. Dave Porter called me Smokey McTwo-Packs.
Smoky McTwo-Packs. I love that.
Yeah, Smokey McTwo-Packs. That's not nice, Jim Radio. They call us Spacey Space No, I didn't watch it.
I watched it, but I watched it seeing, you know, I just had curiosity to see like what angle he was using and how he was testing for it.
Well, how many hours are you awake and asleep in a 24-hour cycle? I don't plan on watching it. I don't even watch my own typing sessions.
Bernard, that's totally FB. It angers me how much I smile and nod when I disagree. I do that all the time, like with strangers. When I disagree with something, I'll still like be on the offensive and be like, "Oh yeah, that's great."
Ruben, I don't want you to worry. I'm much too self-absorbed to watch that typing session. Yeah, well, with my new shop vac, I'm having a bit of a vacuuming renaissance around here. It's really been eye-opening. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, what a good shop vac. When you get the top end shop vac, which is not very expensive, it's like $120. Okay, it's not like $1,000 or whatever. It is way better than any like Dyson or whatever you could possibly get. It costs way more. If you want to get the best kind of vacuum to get for your most bang for your buck, like way more bang for your buck than you'd ever even imagine. See, wait, let me get off track here.
Would you like a non-alcoholic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would. See, you could also, someone sitting here in the corner, right? Someone sitting there, someone sitting here. So you have a scene featuring like 4 or 5 different people and have them all in frame. It's just that camera right there. The acoustics of the room, it echoes quite a bit. So even without a better mic than the phone mic, you could probably record like a scene here with everybody's voices being heard.
That should be, next time Corey, I don't know if you would be down for it, but we should do we should make a.
An acting thing?
Yeah.
See, things people do sitting across the table from each other.
Oh my god.
Like, this is your classic like Wes Anderson scene. Like there's one beer in the table. Let's put it like this here behind. Okay, you get this image, right? Now you'd be done at that end.
Of course.
Yeah. And then you have to put this away.
Oh. Oh, that's so
This is the
far
thing. It's
away.
like this. One beer, two people. I probably have to do from the side.
So
Probably have to
maybe
do
we
from the
should
side.
be
Yeah.
like, yeah.
See if we can do it from the side.
Yeah, that works. Alright, let's see if you can be in the frame. Yeah, there you go.
I'm putting more towards the middle that way, a little bit. So that you could do a scene where two people both grab for it at the same time. Or it could be like a Mexican showdown, you know, like both of you eyeing it and seeing who's gonna act first. You know? You have a discussion about it. Don't touch it. That's no normal beer.
How long has it been here?
We don't know. At least 1,200 years. And it's got all the markings of an alien civilization.
That sounds suspicious.
Yeah, it sure does. See how we're talking about the thing in the middle? Yeah, so there's lots of different. Let's stay there for a second. There's lots of different things. Like this, like. It's time to start talking to us, okay? Lives are on the line.
That's so good.
Like that.
I felt the importance. Thanks.
Okay, now let's go over here. I believe we're going to smoke a cigarette. Lives are on the line. Heroes work here. Anyhow, here we are, face to face. Just a couple of silver spoons. We're two of a kind. We're making it grind. Together, we're gonna make our meow. So we should we should keep an eye out for scenes in movies where people are sitting across the table like that.
Okay.
And
You know-
make note of the kind of things they say.
You know, one good one is in The Dark Knight when Batman interrogates Joker.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. You think you're
Tell me.
really?
And then one person is here, and then the other
thing is, I don't know if we can make that lamp sway back and forth. If we can make it
Okay,
sway back
no.
and forth, then you really got your maximal interrogation room going on.
So we should look to somewhat Law and Order, right? Or like cop shows we should watch.
Yeah. ¿Dónde está la bomba? Do you remember the episode of Law and Order that was written by Miss Sanchez's fourth grade Spanish class
No freaking way.
on Saturday Night Live? You remember
No,
that episode? It's funny. It's a good
That
one.
sounds so funny.
¿Es la bomba en la biblioteca? ¿Es la bomba a la playa? It was good stuff. It was a good skit. Little does Eric know, if I was there, I'd like to be on the roof making the lamp sway. That's too much swaying. If you're making the whole roof sway, that's not a good idea.
It does take a crew to make some movie magic happen, so.
That's true. Yeah, the thing is, we could get green curtains and we'd have a green screen behind.
Yeah. Think of
Right?
all the scenes we could have in the background.
We could be, skiing down a mountain while sitting in a chair. Or you should get some green curtains.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the easiest way to do it.
We could green screen the fuck out of all kinds of things.
Yeah.
We could just put the camera small on the table and just get here up, and then behind us have swooping birds swooping in and swooping out.
You could also have the background to a news station.
Like a stock ticker that doesn't actually tell you the stocks.
yeah, something like
Just to
that.
make some shit up.
Yeah. Or we could be weather people.
We could be like weather people, yeah. We just show maps and weather things and just tell just random made up weather. And over Montana right now, as you can see, there's a tornado. And blizzard conditions are striking Tijuana.
Yeah, we get world weather.
World weather. World's wrong weather.
Wrong weather.
The name of the channel. World's wrong weather just gives you the wrong weather about everyone in the world. Nobody else has an opinion on Robert Greene. TE people like him, or Taylor likes this shit a little bit because it's so SE oriented, right? It's about use of force in some way or another. Leverage, pressure. Plus, I don't doubt that if you're in the business world, there's probably something informative about it, but who wants to be informed on how to be a better douchebag?
I think there's a lot of douchebags already.
Well, shall we? If you want to learn how to be a better douchebag, then maybe that's the book for you. You might call it brain poison. I call it douchebag enablement. You look so pretty.
Thank you, Mr. Strauss.
Can you believe that I am with this woman?
Oh, of course you are.
I need a dullest opinion now.
Dullest opinion?
Well,
Did you
Rachel.
find Is that guy's INFP?
Well, I tell you, Rachel's dad makes a lot more sense to me as an INFP than he did as an ENFP.
When you compare him to Les, like,
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
clear.
Mhm.
Les is definitely an
yeah,
ENFP.
yeah.
I was kind of zooming around the roads a bit this morning. And had to, I came around the corner and when he was there with the dog, I kind of had to slow down all of a sudden. It wasn't, it didn't like come close to hitting him or anything, but I still was like,
Oh.
I was kind of zooming. You know, I was, I was just chilling, zooming a little bit, not like zooming.
Not zooming.
Yeah. Yeah, he was wearing the same shirt you were wearing last night.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
My Sue shirt.
Good for him.
Who, Les? Is Les an ENFJ? No, I don't think so. Is it impossible Les be an ENFJ?
The way he speaks is very flowery.
Would an ENFJ write a 26-page PDF notes on the pieces he was conducting
Oh my gosh.
and then fail to link to it properly? It seems like it seems much more like an ENFP move to me. You know, he's always wanting to tell everybody more about penguins than than they want to know, and he's often prefacing things with, you know, once you get me started, you can't shut me up, and be prepared for me to talk your ear off. He had a link up to it. It didn't work. I actually was gonna look at the notes and see what they had to say about the music we were gonna listen to.
And there was no link. Oh my god.
No, there was a link. It just didn't work.
It didn't work?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, it mislinked somehow.
Yeah, like when I.
His website's horrible.
So like.
Nobody with any NIFE made that. Look at the T-shirts he made.
Yeah.
Nobody with NIFE made those T-shirts. They're so terrible. Like, how much more random shit can we cram on this shirt?
And it just solidified the fact too, like, that he's an ENFP because he got along with Cameron.
Yeah, he really liked Cameron.
Stealthily, like, I didn't even know that they talked. They must have at some point for Les to be like, hey, next time you're in town, let's go to dinner.
I think his wife's an ISTJ.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it just goes to show that they're duals. And I was looking for that kind of connectivity between my dad and him and Cameron. But
your dad likes Cameron too.
Yeah, oh yeah, the St. Cameron and everything. But they're activity partners, so that makes sense too.
Yeah.
You know, activity partners.
They like to do activities together.
Yeah, exactly.
Rachel and I are inactivity partners.
We are.
We like to be inactive together. But look at us. Even so, here we are live streaming. Just like it was nobody's business.
Yeah. In my book, that's doing something.
Well, and now that you're here, I might even feel motivated to begin this little project we gotta do here.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Doing things is always scary. Because it's like, what if I fuck it up? But I'm not going to fuck it up. Reason number one. This is a very SI reason. I've done this before. Reason number 2, I'm not going to fuck it up. I've got the right tool. This is the tool,
Oh.
but I also need to change the meow. But Eric, how will you ever change the meow? Well, to change the meow, you need one of these meows. Okay. Now, I'm going to push down this button right here. And I'm going to put this in here like this. And then, I'm going to try to make it come off. I wonder if I got to turn it this way. Alright, I've done this before, so I know it's possible to do this. I've taken this off before. Alright, you get into those holes there. Wait, it's loose. Oh, I see. I was trying to turn the wrong thing. That was dumb. Well, anyway, I got it on. Now let me look with my glasses if it says which side of this goes up and which side goes down. I will look and see. I'm assuming it's this side up. Now, I'm going to put this back on here. Like so. And then I'll tighten it like so. I gotta remember next time, it's this big circle part that comes off. Not this little part. Okay. Now, that's not that much bigger than this. I hope these discs are wide enough for my purposes. I'm assuming it's a hollow door. Alright, let's look at this now. This is the, technically it's a small dog door, but you might well call it a cat door because we're not going to have any dogs going through this. As you see, it goes like this, and I don't understand. But it's like, how does it go open? I don't understand. Because this seems like it's okay. So I don't understand. Oh wait. this part comes out of this, right? Well, let's look at the instructions. That's always fun, looking at instructions. Okay, well, I guess we use this. We use this to cut out the door. Okay, well, that's convenient. Okay. So, now I need to get some scissors. Okay. Cut this one like that. And like that. And like that. Okay. And cut this like that. Okay. So now let me show you what I did. I got this. This piece of paper right here is how much I should cut out of the door. Now, of course, I have to pull a bit of an arc because it says to use a jigsaw to do this. But I'm not going to use a jigsaw. I'm going to use my angle grinder. I have a jigsaw, but that was never my plan, was to use a jigsaw. So, of course, what I'm going to get now is some tape. Okay, so here is the door in question. And here's where the meow is going to go. And the question is, let me look how they do it over here. Well, this one has bigger meows, so it fit in the middle of the meow. But that one has smaller meows, so it's not going to fit in the middle. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
So, we either do it to the side, like this,
yeah,
or we try to center it, like this. And we do it to the side, right?
Yeah.
Anybody on the live stream have any thoughts about this? Please do chime in. My TE will not be offended. My TE or lack thereof will not be offended. Except I want it to be on the inside of that. Like right here.
Jeremiah fixes the challenge with using that saw tool is depth of cut.
Oh, I see. So I should use a jigsaw, huh? Okay, well I'm just gonna measure this out and put marks and go along the lines here. Okay, so go along the line here. Okay. Well, I could use a circular saw. Jigsaw, I have one. But I'm not sure if I have the right kind of blades to go onto. Well, this jigsaw has a blade on it already. I could try this. I hate it when jigsaw is getting the starting hole. So you can never get the starting hole to go. I could start at angle grinder, then I could go to this. That's possible. Okay. I gotta go pee. And I need to get a pencil. There's Rachel while I'm gone. Oh, here's a pencil. I just need to go pee. I got a pencil.
I'm trying to think of what the hot topics are. Hey Jeremiah Fix. How's it going? Everybody. Stacy versus Eric's methodology. Who's Stacy? It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly. I used to be obsessed with that. Yeah, the banana. So good. That's like classic GIF kind of look at the way that the thing that I took away from Spacey's typing session with Ruben was that there was a lot of observational testing. That's great, Rubenar. So there wasn't testing done, really. There weren't questions asked based on cognitive functions in order to rule them out or confirm. So I think that if Spacey were to have typed, to have asked TI questions to Ruben, he would have been able to gauge the TI in Ruben.
Is this really that much deeper than this? Yeah, I guess it is quite a bit deeper. Okay. I'm back. I'm ready to do some more TE fun. Let's look at the instructions. No, I'm not gonna do that. They're telling me to take the door off. To do this,
Really?
by taking the door off first. That's ridiculous. You do not have to take the door off to do this. You really need to take the door off to do this? I don't think so. I say no. I say no, I do not need to take the fucking door off the hinges to do this. I think that's ridiculous. Do you have a door? I say no. One of the things I'm a fool is to not take the door off. God damn it. Eric, you can't even draw a line properly. How are you gonna cut a door? Oh, my failure. My failure is so sweet and delicious. Okay. There. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Can you see it? There it is. Darn, right there. That's where I need to cut. Okay. Sorry, I didn't get any hole saws. Alright. So now all I gotta do is drill a couple pilot holes. Here's these for you, my darling.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me get a good pair of those for me as well. So let's talk a little bit about pilot holes. Pilot holes are something that I used to not believe in. I said, why do I have to drill a pilot hole? Why can't I just go straight in with the saw? Well, old age teaches you a few things. And one thing it's taught me is there's no avoiding a pilot hole. You might think, I don't need a pilot hole. Don't fool yourself. You do need a pilot hole. And you're just living a lie. I'm not in a non-pilot hole universe that doesn't exist. So if you don't want to live a lie, it's time for you to come to terms with the reality I've had to come to terms with. Yes, you have to drill a pilot hole. You're gonna use a goddamn jigsaw to do anything. Here's the thing. When I saw jigsaw, my initial response was jigsaw schmigsaw. Because they're just so weak. There's no like oomph to them, you know? It's like, oh, I'm making a jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, well, good for you, jigsaw. If you're a jigsaw lover, I don't mean to be saying anything too triggering. Now I'm going to have to get an extension cord. I'm going to get this extension cord right here. I'll plug it in through one of the myriad outlets in the garage. And believe me, I'm not using the word myriad lightly. Nobody should ever accuse me of using the word myriad lightly. We must have at least 20 outlets in this garage.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. So, we're going to start right here in this corner with our first pilot hole. Well, let's start here. This is what I was afraid of. I didn't build this place with some half-assed doors. I drilled directly in the metal. This is metal right here. See? Look. Let me show you this shit. This is the whole house, too. Wherever you try to go into any wall or anything, It's metal. Like, what the fuck? It's like that everywhere in the house. It's like we live in a metal house. So now what do? I could continue trying to drill through it, but I'd probably be better off with the angle grinder. I mean, I could get a metal drill bit, yeah. I don't think it's metal all the way through. Okay. Well, let me stop and think about it for a bit. The thing is, there's no point in drilling a pilot hole into a metal door that a jigsaw can't cut through. I might as well just go at it with the angle grinder if I'm still so sure that this is, in fact, what I want to do. Because this is like an outside door, right? So, yeah, I mean, these cutoff discs are for cutting metal. I use them to cut up this big long metal thing that I had to throw away before. So I could use that to cut through it. I guess even though it's like doesn't really want to be cut through, I just cut through it. Well, all that SE plumb tuckered me out. I'd say it's about time for a cigarette break. Yep, about time. Guess I'm gonna have to go at it with the old Makita here. Just cut through that shit like butter. Now I wish I'd gotten a better angle grinder disc. I got the cheap ones. $5 a piece for these things. I think, how much better could the $20 one really be, you know?
Would you like me to make you some?
No. I don't even know what it is, but.
It's lentils.
Lentils, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't want any lentils.
They're like the Indian food.
Oh, we still have some of that Indian food, huh? Alright. So needless to say, of course, Rachel,
Oh.
we've got challenges.
Okay, what are they?
Well, that door is stronger than the average door, of course. Like every place else we've tried to drill into in this house, it's metal.
Shit. Okay.
You know, every time we try to drill into the wall, we hit metal. Well, it's on the door too. So I'm gonna have to go out with the angle grinder, cut off disc, and just cut through that shit. I'm sure it's just a thin layer of metal. The door's not that heavy, so it's not all the way through.
Okay. No, I wouldn't think that it was all the way through.
It'll make the door too heavy. There's no way
Yeah.
the door frame would support that much weight. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do after I smoke a cigarette here. We got a busy couple days ahead of us. I want to get this done today for sure at some point. Got to take the trash out. Yeah. I gotta cut up these things. We need to go in the trash. I use the angle grinder for that too. I'm not feeling like ultra motivated, but neither am I feeling ultra unmotivated. So, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
You know? But like this project, to do it properly, it's gonna require a lot of steps and stuff. I gotta, like the last thing before it, we put it all together. I recommend you put caulking down so it's like weatherproofing. Caulking. Okay. I do have a caulking gun. I do have some caulk.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So, you just gotta take this one step at a time. We already got a lot of progress done. We got the square drawn, the rectangle drawn that I gotta cut out. So, you know, we got plenty of day left. It's only 2 o'clock. Nighttime's a long ways away. I go at this one step at a time, and we'll get it done. The thing is, once I get the rectangle cut out, then I have to get this in before I'm done. You know, it's like you can't just leave the door with a hole in it like that. You might think, well, this dog door or cat door is not much better than just a hole in the door, but it is a lot better than just a hole in the door. So big stuff, big notions, big ideas, big intimidating project. But you know what? I think I can do it.
You like going to the tarot?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what the tarot has to say about my project.
What question would you like me to type in?
And what are your thoughts about the dog door?
Present situation, hermit.
Okay. Present situation is we are stuck in here without a dog door.
Obstacles. 8 of Cups. Emotionally moving on.
I'm emotionally moving on from the idea this was going to be easy.
Recent past. The 4 of Swords. Rest and relaxation. Or really just rest more than relaxation.
Yeah, that was earlier before I went to the store.
Yeah. Background. Ace of Cups. No love feelings.
I'm feeling a new love for this idea of Putting a hole in the door.
Future influences, the Two of Cups.
You're gonna help me finish this, I guess.
Best outcome, justice.
That's not very informative. Nothing could be less informative than that.
Possible answer, Nine of Cups, wish fulfilled. Your resources, Wheel of Fortune.
Sometimes you do things well. Sometimes you do them shitty. Well, Tara, you're really not giving us any key information here. We know the best outcome is that it works. Likely outcome is justice. Well, I guess that means if I do it properly, it'll work.
It's the best outcome.
The best outcome is justice. Possible outcome is wish fulfilled.
Possible answer, yeah. And then hopes, feelings, hopes, fears, 10 of Cups. It's like emotional fulfillment, and it's got two, let's say that they're cats.
Jumping through a
Dancing.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outcome, Page of Wands.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll just have to sit on this for a minute.
Yeah.
Alright, I think it's about time to end this live stream. I feel chatted out sufficiently. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $5, Lake Superior, Sky Watcher, and Nature Lover.
Good memory.
That's the name of their channel. Kind of a bulky name. But so is Talking with Famous People, I guess. It's 4 words. That's a lot of words for a name. Goodbye. Talk to you later.